Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome to the channel. It's T Ultra here, and if you guys saw my last no money spent video, you know that I told you about a great way that you guys can make some MT with these new historic spotlight sims that just came out recently. Basically, I just went over how we were just going to sell a bunch of our cards because their prices went up, because everyone is trying to acquire those cards so that they can complete all of those historic spotlight sims to get all those awesome players that 2K just dropped. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to go over all those cards that we sold. We're going to see how much MT we made. I'm also going to tell you about a couple, I'm not going to call them snipes because, you know, I guess they're technically snipes because we made a little bit of MT on them. Basically, they were just cards. They were all Warriors cards, actually, that we bought for a cheap price. So we just bought a couple of those and flipped them for a decent amount of MT. So we're going to go over that as well. And then we're also going to enter in a few locker codes. I just entered in a locker code for a chance at 50 tokens. And as you can see on the screen, I did end up getting it. I'm not going to put it on the screen just because by the time this video is posted, I think it will be expired. But I just wanted to share that with you because I like to show you guys what I'm doing in this game. And if you guys are ignoring locker codes, definitely don't do that. Stop doing that, you know, because they're just a great, easy way to get a bunch of awesome stuff in the game. Like I just got 50 free tokens for entering in a few letters and having a little bit of luck on my side. But enough of that. Let's get into how much MT we made because that's what we are here for. So as you guys can see on the screen right there, there is a Galaxy Opal Kobe Bryant card. Everyone wants that card. He looks amazing. So that's why the prices of a bunch of cards went up. So we're going to go to our auction outcomes. And as you can see, I have a lot of stuff to go over. So I have a bunch of jerseys and stuff. We're going to go over that at the end, just kind of gloss over it. But what we're really going to focus on is all of these players that I was able to sell. So as you can see, I got a lot of really good prices. So we're just going to kind of start. Should we start from the bottom? Just like Drake, we'll start from the bottom. And then we'll just kind of go over it. I won't go too in depth on them, but I'll just kind of give you a little rundown on some of the prices I paid for them, if I was able to like snipe them and then resell them, or which cards went for the most MT. So just a little summary of all of it. So a couple videos ago, we played over 7 hours of Triple Threat Online as we were trying to get one of those awesome Tracy McGrady cards that was on the Triple Threat Online boards. And as we were playing that, we got over 30 free packs just from playing that game on top of all the MT and tokens we made. If you want to check that out, that should be 2 videos ago, No Money Spent number 10. We played a bunch of Triple Threat, we got a bunch of packs, and then in our last No Money Spent video, I believe that's No Money Spent number 11, we just opened all those packs. We also got a pack from a daily login, but most of them were from playing just Triple Threat Online, and we got a bunch of players, and we could not have got those players at a better time because, like I said, a bunch of their prices got jacked up because of these new historic spotlight sims that are in the game right now. And also in our last video, after we opened those packs and got all the players, I told you what I'm going to be doing, how I'm going to be selling a bunch of those cards because of their price increase, and I listed them all. And then now in this video, we're just going to go over and look at what they sold for and everything. If you guys missed any of those videos, feel free to go back and watch them. They're pretty tight. And if you want to not miss another video in the future, just hit the subscribe button and we'll keep you updated on what's going on in NBA 2K. And I'll just kind of let you guys know what I'm doing with my account. All right, so let's get down to business now. We're going to keep track of how much MT we made. We're currently at 67,545. I'm going to go through all these players that I sold first, and then I'm going to kind of separate it by players and then like jerseys and stuff like that. Because the main point of this is that selling players is the thing to do right now because people are wanting them to complete those challenges. So after we opened those packs, we got a couple Sabonuses right here. Nothing too crazy. They went for 1K each. Nothing too wild. There's probably a little more than they would normally go for. Same with this Serge Ibaka. We'll just kind of go through the ones that nothing too crazy happened with, like Doug Collins. He went for 1.9K. We pulled him from one of those packs. This Tim Frazier card, he went for 1.9. I think he's a silver or a bronze. I'm not sure. This silver Dwayne Dedman went for 2.3K, which was pretty sweet. Same with Frank Kaminsky, another silver card. Terrence Davis only went for 1K. Nothing too crazy. He's a bronze. All right, so now we're going to get a little more in depth here with these cards in particular. So if you notice a similarity between all these cards, they are all Warriors cards. And basically people want these cards because they want to get that free Pink Diamond Steph Curry that you get from doing the Warriors historic Spotlight Sim challenges. Everyone loves Steph Curry, you know, especially all the like younger kids that are playing this game, like they're super enamored by his 3-point shot. He's just kind of changing the game, you know, so everyone wants him on their MyTeam squad. So it makes sense that all of the prices of these cards would go up. So we'll just start with the Klay Thompsons first. Now, as you see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Klay Thompsons that are on the screen right now. I think that's all of them. So those are all rubies. They're all current series 1 and 2. They all sold for 4.9K. So one of them I think we had in our collection already, just from some other pack. We ended up with 3 of them after our last video, which was awesome to see. I think it was 3, because it was 2 or 3, I don't remember. But that was awesome to see because I knew that these cards were going to go up in price. So I was very excited to get a Klay Thompson card because he's on the Warriors and those cards went up in price. And then after that video was posted, I also went sniping a little bit. I ended up buying a couple current series 2 Klay Thompsons. I got one for 2K, one for 2.4, and then one for 2.9. The cheaper ones I got because I was sniping a little earlier than the one I got when I only got them for 2.9K. So I should have bought a couple more of them early on when they were going for closer to 2K rather than 2.9, but their prices are definitely high up now. If you guys can sit on a filter, you can still probably get some of these Warriors cards for cheaper. But long story short, we made a bunch of MT on these Klay Thompson cards, and then we also bought a current series 1 Klay Thompson for 2.5. So we made at least 2K on all of the ones that we sniped. And I think we sold 2 other ones that we already had in our collection. So as you can see, the top right, we're just raking in all this MT. That's pretty dope. Was that 6 or 7? I don't even know. I'm losing track of how many Klay Thompsons we have in our auctions here, but we got a lot of MT right there. We're already at over 100K, which is dope. This Steph Curry, this is an Amethyst Steph Curry. We ended up selling an Amethyst and a Heat Check. I'm not sure which one this was. The Heat Check I already had in my collection, and then this there's an Amethyst Steph Curry that we pulled in our last video, so we got that one for free from playing Triple Threat Online. So this Steph Curry right here ended up selling for just under 10K MT. It's kind of unfortunate that they take 1K out for tax, but it is what it is. And then we had a couple Kyrie Irvings there. He's not a Warriors player, but he was going for, that was the Ruby Kyrie, and he went a little more than he normally would, I feel like. I don't know if it was current series 1 or 2. I don't know which one. Are they both rubies? I don't know. The ones that we sold were both rubies. And yo, I apologize. I actually misspoke a little bit earlier. I said that we bought those Klay Thompsons and one of them was for 2.4. This Eric Pascal, whatever, card is actually the card that we bought for 2.4K. And then one of the Klay Thompsons we bought was actually for 3,850. I bought that like shortly before those spotlights came out. So his price wasn't super cheap at the time. But this Eric Pascal card, we did end up sniping for a really good price, 2.4K. He ended up selling for 5.6. We have another Eric Pascal right here. I'm pretty sure these are both the gold current series 2. One of them I had in my collection and the other one I bought, like I said, for 2.4K. So either way, we made a bunch of MT off of those cards right here. I wonder if the other one might have been a silver because I sold them for a little bit less, but I'm not really sure. It's kind of a lot to keep track of, but either way, we got a lot of MT from that. We have another Warriors player right here, an Alan Smagalagalagak. He was I think this was the current series 2 card. It might have been a Heat Check, but I'm pretty sure it's current series 2. We sold him for 7K. And either way, that's an awesome price, so I will definitely take that. And then I think I ended up selling another Draymond Green other than this one, so we're going to wait to redeem that one just so we can do them both at the same time. But some other players that went up in price are Chicago Bulls. This Kobe White card ended up selling for 5.3. Ben Wallace, he was some premium collection card. I can't remember if he was like a spotlight card or some other promo, but he ended up selling for 4.9. Those were just duplicates we had. All these dudes right here didn't sell for too much. We got 1K for Jason Richardson, 1.2 for Talen Horn Tucker. I think he's a bronze card for the Lakers. This was the Sapphire Shaq that came out earlier in the year. Russell Westbrook, I believe that was the Ruby Russell Westbrook. This Mark Aguirre card, he sold for 1.1K. Ryan Hollins, that's a center for the Timberwolves that came out a while ago. He's a Ruby, I believe. We got 1.2 for him. Adrian Dantley and Richard Hamilton. A couple other Ruby cards. This Rudy Gobert, I believe, was a Sapphire in one of the, I think it was current series 2. He sold for 3K, which is awesome. So his price went up quite a bit, which was good to see. And then here's a couple more Bulls cards right here. Wendell Carter Jr. 4.8. I think that was current series 2. Same with Lauri Markkanen, 5K right there. People really want that D Rose card, as you can see. This Shaquille Harrison is another Bulls player who sold for over 5K. I think he's a silver, which is awesome to sell him for that price. Here's another Rudy Gobert that we sold. I think that one might have been a ruby. I think the first one we sold was the Sapphire current series 1 that we had a duplicate of. And then I'm pretty sure that that one we just sold right there was a current series 2 ruby. And then this is another ruby in the current series 2 for the Jazz, Donovan Mitchell. I think the Jazz prices went up quite a bit. I'm noticing that trend here. The trend continues with these 3 current series 2 Jazz players. Jordan Clarkson sold for 3.9K. Nigel Williams-Goose. I'm gonna call him Goose. The Goose sold for 3.5K. Rajon, not Rondo, but Tucker sold for 3.6K. Justin Wright Foreman is another Utah Jazz player that we sold for 3.7K. And then we have Emmanuel Mudiay right here. I think this was a current series 1 silver Jazz Emmanuel Mudiay. He sold for a whopping 6.8K, which is just amazing. And if you guys don't know, I am going for collector level. So I am kind of taking a step back with that. But with all this MT I'm making, once these cards prices go back down, I should be able to buy them back if I still want to go for collector level. And I'll still have a bunch of MT that I made from selling them and rebuying them for a cheaper price. And I don't know if you guys noticed this as well, but we have officially gone over 200K MT, which is amazing to see, all just from selling some duplicate cards and some overpriced current series 1 and 2 cards that we have in our collection, along with a couple heat checks. So that is just amazing. So far I would say that this method that I talked about in the last video is definitely working. We have another Steph Curry card right here, and like I said, we ended up selling 1 heat check and 1 amethyst. The other one sold for 9.9 and this one sold for 9.4. I'm not sure which one is which, but they're both pretty similar in the price that they sold for either way. And then I also said that we sold a couple Draymond Greens. I believe one was a Sapphire Collection 1, current series 1, and I think the other one was current series 2 gold. I know one of them for sure was the gold one, but this one sold for 5.9 and then this one sold for 5.8. So either way, they went for a very similar price, just like those Steph Currys did. We're just going to try to get these cards out of the way now too. Like this is the Ruby Chandler Parsons that came out in some premium set, some spotlight set, I don't really remember. This Doug Christie, he is another Ruby card. Pascal Siakam, I think this was a current series Pascal. He only sold for 1K. Caleb Swanigan, that's a bronze card, I think for the Kings. I think Justin James also plays for the Kings. This Sapphire Ben Simmons we sold for 1.5K. We have a few more Warriors players to redeem here. So this Zach Norville Jr. card, I think he's a bronze current series 2 card that sold for 5K. And then these 3 cards right here, McKinney, Spellman, and Burks, those were all Warriors heat check cards. McKinney sold for 6.6, and then Spellman and Alec Burks sold for 7.9K each. We only have a few more players to redeem here. This Spencer Dinwiddie, he was an Emerald current series card. He sold for 2.9K, which is actually more than he would normally go for, so I'll happily take that. Denzel Valentine, this was a Bulls player. I think it was a heat check. I'm pretty sure. This is another Bulls heat check player that we had in our collection, Daniel Gafford. 6.9K, we ended up getting 6.2 for him. And then finally, we have 2 current series 2 Pelicans cards. People are wanting these players because if you complete the Pelicans challenges, you get DeMarcus Cousins, which is pretty dope. So people obviously want to get that card. Derek Favors sold for 4.8K. Jackson Hayes sold for 7.4. And just like that, guys, we have made over 200K MT from where we started just by selling these cards. I hope you guys listened to that advice that I gave in the last video about how some of these cards prices were going to go way up. It looks like the Jazz, Warriors, Pelicans, a little bit of the Brooklyn Nets. I'm probably missing a few teams in there, but those cards prices definitely went up. And then I also ended up selling these cards while I was opening all those triple threat online packs. I ended up selling these cards while I was filming that video just to make room in the auction house. So we'll count them towards it too, because who knows, their prices might have gone up as well a little bit. This is the Emerald Evolution Hito Turkoglu, I believe. And then these Sean Livingston cards are the New Year's resolution ones. And then this is a Emerald Leandro Barbosa. He's a pretty outdated card, obviously. but we sold them for 900K. We just had to make room in our auction house. But I think this is the most MT I've had at once, all of 2K20. So that's pretty awesome to see. Just from, I mean, we didn't sell that many cards. Like, we sold a lot of cards, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't like we sold any like Galaxy Opals or anything. We didn't sell anything crazy. The highest tier card we sold was Amethyst Steph Curry. And other than that, it was all bronze through rubies. So that was awesome. And those are just cards that we're not using. And because I locked in all of these current series 1, they're not really called current series 1, but you know what I mean, the first current series that came out, I don't need to keep any of these cards while the prices are going up, because I can complete all those challenges with these. And I also have other cards like moments, rewards, premiums, yada yada yada, stuff like that. So I'm more than fine selling them and buying them back if I decide to do that in the future. Oh, and I almost forgot a few more players right here. We got Allen Iverson for 1.3 each. Those are just some Allen Iversons we got from playing Triple Threat Online, just the ruby ones, because he's on those boards for some reason. We ended up selling this Joe Ingles while I was recording our last No Money Spent video, because his price already went up a little bit, and I ended up listing him. We got 4.75K for him, but he's probably going for a lot more than that. I wish I would have waited. We'll check his price right here. It was a gold version of him. Come on, Joe Ingles should be the first thing that pops up. There we go. Yeah, it was one of these. I'm not sure how much he's going for right now. We'll check that. Actually, guys, we might have just had a little bit of dumb luck on our side, because I'm looking at Joe Ingles right now. I can't remember which current series card it was, but this current series card goes for, it looks like, under 3K. And then the current series 2 one, he's going for also under 3K. So we made over 4.7K on him. So it looks like in hindsight, it was the right thing to sell him while I was recording that video. Rick Mahorn, nothing too crazy, 1.15K. And yo, this Nick Nurse card ended up selling for just under 16K MT. And I talked about this in our last video, and I talked about it when I bought this card. But if you guys remember a while back, there was a Diamond Consumables locker code that came out. So there were so many Diamond contracts, coaches, shoes, stuff like that in the game. So I ended up buying a couple Nick Nurses. I wish I would have bought more. I bought 2 of them for 2K MT each. One of them I use as my coach when I just play the game. And then this other one, we ended up selling for 15.9K MT. So after tax, we got just over 14K right there. So we made over 12K MT from that investment. I wish I would have bought like a million of them. But you know, can't take it back. It is what it is. But we made a bunch of MT just from that one. And after we just sold that Diamond Coach, guys, we are now at over 300K MT. That is insane. I did not expect to make that much MT, but that is a beautiful sight to see. Like, I've never come close to having that much MT. It's important to sell your cards at the right time, because we sold our cards at the perfect time. We had an influx of cards from that pack opening we did in the last video, and everything just worked out perfectly, and we're now over 300K MT, guys. That is amazing. We're just gonna go through and redeem all of these as well. They're just a bunch of like jerseys, arenas, logos. There's a couple basketballs in there, but we just listed them all for a pretty cheap price so we could clear more space in the auction house. I did end up having to quick sell a few things. I remember I quick sold some coaches, but they don't go for very much. They were like bronze and like gold and silver coaches. Are there even silver coaches? I don't know. They were not. Yeah, there are silver coaches, but they weren't very good. They didn't go for much MT on the auction house anyways. So I sacrificed like a couple hundred MT maybe, but I had to do it to make room. And then I quick sold a couple jerseys, which I hate doing because you can usually get a decent amount of MT. Like, I listed these for a very, very low price. I think pretty much all of them sold. Yeah, I cleared all my auctions after I listed all these. I think I had to list a couple of them again, but most of them sold like before the auction expired. And we're gonna redeem our last auction outcome right here, 250 MT for the 05 Suns, and we are now at 312 MT. Like up the video, guys. This is crazy. I am in shock. I'm in disbelief. We made so much MT. This is unbelievable. And after all of that is said and done, we have made 244,620 MT from selling those duplicate cards that we had in our collection that we're not using, and free cards from opening packs from Triple Threat Online. That is a massive, 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 humongous, gigantic W. And we're not done yet, everybody. We have all of these shoes that we are going to sell right now. I'm not going to show it on camera. don't worry. I'm just going to show you guys the number on the screen. Just pay attention to it. 312,165 MT. And then I'm just going to sell all of these off camera, a bunch of bronze, silver, and gold shoes. And then we're obviously not going to sell the diamonds right now. We're not going to quick sell them if we have any in there. I don't even remember. But you see the number 312,165 MT. Keep your eye on that. And then here is the new number that we have after selling all these shoes. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Bam! And just like that, we made 6.5K from selling a few shoes that we had right there. We sold everything except we have 3 diamond shoes. Are we 3 or 4? 1, diamond. Okay, we got 4 diamond shoes, I guess. So we didn't sell those. And we also sent one to our auction house because it was a gold 3-point shoe. But other than that, we sold all of our shoes. And we're going to keep the fun rolling, guys. We are going to enter in these locker codes. All right, here's the first code, April packs or tokens. I'll take both if I can. But there it is on the screen. Pause it if you still need to enter it in. We're going to go ahead and see what we can get. Hopefully it's something Gucci. Let's see what's on the board right here. So this is what the board looks like. I don't know if I want the tokens or the pack more. I think the 10 tokens would be better than a pack because your odds of pulling something good are not good. But I'm going to let the ball decide. I just kind of dropped it right there in the middle. See what happens. And looks like we get the 10 tokens. I'm not going to complain about that. And here's a locker code for a chance at a Diamond Tracy McGrady card. We already entered this one in the last video. But if you haven't done it yet, here it is. And here's our next locker code, Flash Packs Drop April. We get some sort of pack from entering this in. Hopefully we can get a Warriors or a Bulls player. I'd rather have that than a Galaxy Opal, obviously, because those things are selling for a lot of MT. It was a joke, obviously. Some people take stuff like that too seriously. I'd obviously rather have like AK or MJ or some other initialed player's name. And we get a Flash Pack 4 with Andre Karolinko on the cover. Hopefully we can pull them. All right, and here is a locker code that came out on Tuesday. I'm going to be posting this on Wednesday. It looks like you get some sort of pack or diamond consumable. So it's a good thing we sold Nick Nurse when we did, because it looks like a lot of people are going to be getting diamond consumables, which means Nick Nurses, stuff like that. We're going to go for the diamond pack, and I messed up the ball drop as usual. There we go. We get 100 MT from the wheel right there, and we're going past the diamond. Whoopsies. There we go. We hit the wheel again. Yay! And we get a League Series 2 Deluxe pack. Let's go. All right, we might as well open these packs now that we're here. A little bonus pack opening for you guys who stuck around. We got a Flash Pack 4 right here. See if there's anything good. Boom. Boom. Like the video for a Galaxy Opal. Okay. Got a couple cards right there. Pretty dope, pretty dope. And then we're going to open this League Series 2 Deluxe pack. Hope for some sort of Warrior or Bull or Pelican. And we end up getting Derrick Rose. Okay, that's ironic. This is the Pistons version of D Rose. So that's not what we were looking for, but the irony is unreal. So that's pretty much going to do it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. We made over 200K, actually closer to 250K, just from selling those duplicate players. We sold like what, duplicate players whose prices went up by a lot, guys we pulled from those packs the other day. So we made a bunch of MT just from selling those cards. I think that was an awesome thing to do for our grind. And overall, we ended up making just over 244,000 MT. That is unreal. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this MT. I've never had this much MT, but you know what they say, more MT, more problems. I might buy one big card. I might invest it in a bunch of other cards to get that collector level goal. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But comment below which of these historic Spotlight Sim cards you're going for. Comment if you're going for Kobe, because I think that'd be dope to get that card. I still don't even have James Harden, but I will get it eventually. But yeah, thanks for dropping by, everybody. I really appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.